Welcome back to another Danger Cats podcast. I got a special guest in the house, my homeboy Eric Jalbert. Just a reminder, if you hit up dangercatshop.com, use the checkout code podcast69 to get 15% off your order. This episode is also brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, which teamed up with us on a coffee deal. So if you want to check that out, also at dangercatshop.com. Anyways, here's the episode. Welcome. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it?
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be back working with you.
It is, man.
We had a fucking long conversation last week.
5-hour phone call.
5-hour phone call.
Yeah, five hour
hashed
phone,
everything out, and we got everything out of the way. It's been a year since we worked together. Mm-hmm. There was just some turmoil. We don't got to get into that. It's not really worth getting into.
There's some fucking crap that was not necessary that got misconstrued and tossed around and repackaged, and it was the same. It was the same shit in a box, just different fucking wrapper, man.
Exactly, and it's nice to finally get to the nitty gritty. We had that phone call. I apologize for everything that happened over the year, and it was just a shitty thing, and now we're back working together, man. And it
way it should have been from the start. Oh fuck, I just totally smacked my knee on that fucking whore. Hey, what's up? Found the part of the table.
Fuck,
the legs.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be, I'm stoked, man, to just go do what we intended to do 1 year ago. Now we're just older and fatter.
Definitely fatter, man. Right? I fell off the wagon pretty good.
Oh man,
I gotta get rid of the keg.
Yeah.
Hey, holy fuck!
You not been hitting the gym or what?
Man, no, the gym's been hitting me up, but I'm fucking too busy sleeping.
That new Call of Duty fucking just dropped, man. You got better shit to do.
What social life? Fucking see ya.
Oh man, right?
Brutal.
Fuck yeah, man. So let's get to the nitty gritty. When you what was the initial step? What made you want to do the YouTube, the videos, and take the social media content and kind of make that your thing? What was the initial thing that drove you to that? The social media.
It was completely hold on, I'm gonna readjust this fucking thing, make sure I got the good sounds coming in here. There we
go. I know that one.
The FOP filter just fucking hates me. It was kind of a how do I explain this without sounding like a moron? That's gonna be a difficult one. It was an unannounced, kind of unexpected thing. I never really anticipated that to kind of go the way it did.
Yeah.
As I think I said in a podcast we did a long time ago.
Yeah.
I always kind of made videos for fun. I was always that guy in the group of friends that was recording shit.
Just always had a handy camera.
Just my phone. Just my shitty phone. Oh yeah. Man, back in the even with the fucking the LG chocolates and the razors and the shitty flip phones and slide
9-pixel video.
Yeah, just garbage, man. It looks like grainy and shitty, but I was always filming shit with my friends. I just like, it's like a digital photo album / videos now, right?
Yeah.
But it was a matter of just really liking to have, I liked having old videos to just go. I get lost in it.
Yeah, big
my
time.
old photo albums, I'll open them up and I'll look through my childhood, and it's just fucking great. But when I take videos, it's fun. I could really just live those experiences over again, because the past is great for a lot of things.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, more, obviously the future's better, but the past is always good to kind of reflect on what you were and how you were and where you're at now.
Big time.
But so I started making, all these goofy videos with my buddies. I never really had anything public. It was all private, Then I got Instagram. Instagram was new, right? I was just posting stupid pictures of my cars and whatever random shit.
Right.
And then the first post that got me traction, before I was making any videos, is when all that controversy had come out with the Dukes of Hazzard and the General Lee and the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan posted something about the General Lee and how he was like, why the fuck are all these people making such a big thing about something that you could watch any episode of that series from the 70s and late 80s, late 70s, early 80s, and you never ever find a signature of hate ever. It was always down home, good
old country
good old boys,
man.
yeah,
good old Southern boys.
Yeah. So I posted on there, I made a comment with a picture of my car with me sitting on the edge of the fender, flipping off the fucking, you know, whoever's looking at it, kind of like the fucking generally ain't going anywhere kind of thing, right? And it just, man, like 20, 30,000 likes. It was a trending comment. And I really started getting a lot of fucking friend requests. It was weird, man. Like it just nonstop.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. So
this is on Facebook then.
Yeah, it was on Facebook, on Joe Rogan's page. And you can still find it this day if you scroll back and find the picture or the I think it's a picture of the generally he posted. Anyway, so I was getting a lot of traction. People were following my page and I was like, this is different. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I made this video called "If Your Boyfriend's Garage Doesn't Look Something Like This, You Probably Have a Girlfriend," as a joke. I was had a conversation with this woman who was complaining about an ex of hers that was just a ginormous pansy.
Just a cuck.
Right? Just couldn't, pretty much. Like would sit there and let you fuck his wife, and he would just sit there and eat cornflakes.
Get off on it.
You know? Exactly. And it was just me talking about how, where's a manly man, like knowing how to start a chainsaw, change a flat tire, fucking,
Isn't it crazy that the world we live in now is just like, that's so obsolete? Like it's such an obsolete thing to know, is like changing a tire.
I get a really good kick out of driving down the highway and seeing a fucking like a minivan with a family and a full-grown dude sitting there waiting for a tow truck,
phone, asking for a tow truck.
Yeah, fucking 3-4 hour
and
wait.
And the tow truck driver's a woman.
Yeah. Oh, even better. It's just mind-boggling. So that video took off. It went viral. I made my page public for the first time.
Yeah.
Just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And it went fucking viral. And it was like just about an equal amount of love and an equal amount of hate. It was crazy. I was getting some of the meanest comments that I ever saw toward me as an individual in my fucking life, because people don't know how to understand what satire content is, like it's a joke.
Just poking fun.
I don't fucking care if you bake cupcakes and look up recipes on Pinterest. Right?
Whatever makes you.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just a joke. That's what comedy is. You think like Daniel Tosh or Eddie Murphy or any of the comedy moguls sat back and were like, oh, I can't say that. That's too edgy. That's the whole fucking point of comedy, is to be edgy. But we live in a world where people are so offended by just about anything you say.
And it's so easy on the internet now to just write something and just completely...
Like Don Cherry.
Yeah, man.
Like Don Cherry. He did not mean it the way people think he meant it. And look what's happening now. So that video took off and people were asking for more. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I mean, the ball's rolling. Why not see how far I can fucking keep her going, right?
Yeah.
And then I just started making more content, and it was all on my personal page. And to this date, I'm at about 108,000 followers just on my personal Facebook page. Which,
oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, which is fucking nuts. But at the point it was about 70,000, I think I made a fan page just to kind of push my content toward that direction, because I didn't really want...
It's so strange just having like people you never met in your life, like in your personal life, looking at pictures and family members.
That doesn't really bug me nearly as much, because I don't care. Like, come to my house, I'll fucking beat you in the face with a torque wrench if you fucking get, if you try to steal my shit. Like, it's not a matter of... I got nothing to hide, so I don't really care. But it was more my family, because my family, they know I'm an edgy person, but I don't want to be... My grandmother's on there, and I don't want to be on there saying like fuck this and fuck that and like really, really raunchy comedy. Like, my grandmother's 70 something years old.
Doesn't want to know her grandson's got a filthy mouth like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of I was like, I wanted to find a line where I could draw and keep my raunchy shit on a different page that they don't have to see. Yeah. Even though they all followed it. So I mean, whatever. They love me. So regardless of the direction I go in life, they're going to be supporting me 100%.
100%. Yeah.
So, excuse me. So yeah, I started pushing it hard on there, and to date I think I'm about to crack 210,000 on my
Facebook.
Fan page.
Nice.
On the fan page, which is pretty wild. So that is I don't know. I think it's a great achievement in my mind, even though it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
It's like a cool milestone. It was like when the Danger Cats Instagram rolled over 100K. It was just like, I know it's not a massive deal, but it was just cool. It's like, oh, wow, that's like crazy.
To think how many people are watching, right?
Yeah, it's just like if you put 100,000 people into a fucking stadium, you know, like that's
a lot of people.
That's a lot of people that just like
people
follow something. It's surreal. It does, and in the end, does it matter? No, I don't think it does. But it's just, I don't know. I just think it's cool. Like it's
like if it was all gone tomorrow, I'd go on with my life. Like if it was deleted, I wouldn't sit there and fucking cry at like some of these, you know, fucking influencers online, right? Selling or promoting herbal tea and bullshit that has nothing to do with their fucking life.
100%.
But you know, because I would just continue being a mechanic, doing my own thing, blah 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 blah. Like it just move on, right? But because I have this opportunity, I'm rolling with it, and people hate me for it, and I love it because it's like, man, you're jealous of something anybody can fucking do. Like, be yourself, be the real you, and anybody can. Like, people ask me that all the time. How'd you do it? Why do you do it? How can I do it? It's like, be yourself.
Just try. Do something. Make up a character for all you fucking.
Everybody's different, man. Yeah, everybody's got their own thing, but people are shy and they don't know how to do it. It's like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
There's no handbook on it. It's still so new.
It's uncharted waters for every individual. Like an influencer or a content creator or whatever fucking label you want can give you not a to-do list, but a fucking PowerPoint on how to do it. And it's going to be different for every person. You can follow the guidelines as much as you want, but until you fucking find your inner who you are kind of self, you're not going to, you got to do that first. You got to know who you are before you can start getting on there. If you want to make a fucking persona, make the persona, do your thing, but you got to do it. It's the only way it's going to work is if you actually try.
Big time.
So, I mean, you did the same thing. You had no fucking idea you were going to do this. You just started making videos. They got traction, and you're like, holy shit. Like, I have something here.
What the fuck is this?
You know, not a lot of people get this opportunity because not a lot of people are willing to try.
No, and
or they suck at it.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. That or you're just not making something that people can gravitate towards.
No, you got to be relatable too, right? Like, I mean, all my shit's relatable. All your shit's relatable. All has to do with, you know, just we're both dumb fuck idiots in the oil patch doing what we were doing. I
like hockey. You like vehicles. Yeah. It's, you know, vice versa. You got the car community. I got more of a hockey community.
Yeah.
So it's
sports fans, shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. And it's crazy. Like, fuck, in 3 years, this is like, I don't even know. You look back and you look at all the milestones you hit on something like creating content, and like when you crack like 1 million views, it's like,
it's
holy
insane, dude.
Holy Christ. Like 1 million people watch this, and like I try not to pay attention too much. At first, like the comment section would just chew me up, man.
That was the hardest part, is getting over that, right? You have to get used to that, because the way, okay, so I got two analogies, right, for how all this shit's worked out. The first one I'm going to say is, one analogy really. No, two. Fuck it. It's not, I don't consider it being famous. I hate that word. I think that word's fucking pretentious and ignorant.
It just seems stupid.
It's just, I'm not famous. I'm not Brad Pitt. I'm not fucking Gerard Butler. I'm not famous. I'm well known. I'm well known within my demographic. Even
close to being as beautiful as them.
Exactly. We're both ditch pigs. So it's kind of like going to a fucking house party, walking in, skipping all the hey, how you doings, and getting straight to the drinking because everybody already knows your name. Yeah. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people do, right? That's how I feel about it. And then with I lost my train of thought there. So that's great. That's how my
Did you ever find like a point where like did your head ever get big from it all, or like did you?
I had one slip up, and I reflected on that huge.
Yeah.
I got really, really blackout drunk at a bar. And I don't remember this, but this girl came up to me and was really rude to me and told me, and I just sat there and apologized and offered them to buy him a drink. And I'm like, I don't even fucking remember. I'm sorry, that is not me, kind of thing. So basically I said, do you know who I am, kind of thing.
Oh,
I'm
man.
Eric Jalbert.
Yeah.
I pulled that once. I don't remember. I was fucking blackout. And it made me realize that I'm never, ever going to fucking act like that again. Because that's disgusting. Yeah. I fucking hate it.
Checked your own self at the door.
Yeah, I was like, nope. That's not happening. You be nice to everybody for no fucking reason. I always, every single time someone walks up to me, I introduce myself. They're like, we know who you are. I'm like, I don't care.
100%.
I'm going to introduce myself regardless, because I don't like to assume that everybody knows my name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They don't. Not everybody does. I mean,
and not everybody gives a shit.
Exactly.
And you got to remember that too at the end of the day. There's a lot of people, like even with Danger Cats, like there's probably been a time where I can't recall a moment, but I know like for a little bit there, I was on a high horse, like, but then it was like exactly like you. I checked myself at the door. It's like, man, I don't think I acted, but in my own head, I'm like, like, just walk up. You can walk in that fucking bar. And I'm like, man, no, fucking wait in line. You're a breathing motherfucker.
Oh, anytime I get a chance to skip the line, though, I do. I mean, it's perks of the fucking situation.
I mean,
I'm not gonna say I don't do that, but I don't walk in like I got a high horse. It's just, I know bar owners and shit. They're like, hey, oh fuck, you're here, okay, come on in. They're not, It's not a status thing. I worked fucking hard on these videos and the content, and I'm gonna enjoy some of the fruits of the labor that involves
big time.
So I don't think it's a douchebag thing. It's like, oh, look at that fucking idiot. He gets in because he's fucking cooler than us. It's like, man, you can do this too, buddy.
Yeah.
Get off your fucking little stigma of whatever fucking cocky bullshit you got that's stopping you from doing what we're doing, and try it.
There's no hurt in trying. And like, I thought for sure, like, I was probably going to lose my job or,
it can get, worrisome with certain things and companies. But
it gets, you toe the line a little bit. And the dude I was working for my cousin. So I thought for sure, like, he's going to be like, listen, tone that down or I got to let you the fuck go. But he was behind it, and I just kept it going. He goes, I think you got something here. Keep doing it. So he's really supportive with it. Mm-hmm. And it's got me to today, and just like yourself, like so many opportunities. And I know like the social media shit can kind of like wear on a guy's brain. And I know it's like definitely I've hit a pit of misery with it. And like, I fucking hated it. Like a good portion of last year, I did not like doing this at all. Like there's aspects that I liked it.
We're human, man.
Yeah.
We're human. As much as we like to play the hard shell thing, like, people do get under your skin. They say rude shit.
Big time, yeah.
I had I hate talking about it because it fucked me up for a while. It really, really messed with my head.
Yeah.
A few years back, I think 3 or 4 years ago, actually, I used to be a mouthpiece. Before my social media blew up, I used to be a fucking mouthpiece. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I would just tell off anybody that gave me attitude because I just didn't take shit from anybody. I didn't care. Like, I didn't care if they're bigger than me and they're going to knock me out. I was like, okay, well, knock me out then. I mean, fuck. Like,
yeah, I'm
not going to sit here and fucking curl up in a ball and hide from you. Like, if you're going to knock me out, you're going to knock me out. Like,
regardless of the situation.
Well, I mean, whatever. I'm going to go down swinging at least. But there were some dudes on a truck page, which I'll keep unnamed, that I pissed off the wrong guy, apparently. And he just got really upset. And him and a couple of buddies created this rumor that I was dating a 16-year-old or an underage girl or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking really, like, that's a gross thing to do to someone.
That's really shitty. Really
I was dating someone at the time, and not only that, during these apparent allegations, I was working in Fort McMurray in camp. So apparently I was at the West Edmonton Mall, and I picked up this girl, and she was 16, and blah blah blah. Anyway, they made a fake Facebook account with my profile picture, but it was a brand new account. It just had my picture and my name. And if anybody was smart, they'd click on the page and they'd see that it was made 23 hours ago. There's no posts, there's no nothing, there's no fucking friends, there's nothing.
Yeah.
My page had the following and my friends, my posts, my videos, all that shit. Anyway, went on that page and started saying a bunch of really fucked up shit. So it made a bunch of people believe it was true.
Wow.
And then I had to do damage control for X amount of years, which it was ridiculous because if you deny it, you're guilty. If you don't say nothing, you're guilty.
Yeah.
No matter which direction you went with it, you're guilty.
Yeah, once the damage is done.
I knew it wasn't real, and all my fucking friends and family and everybody that was close to me knew it wasn't real because it's not even fucking, like, it's disgusting. It's a disgusting thing to do to someone. So I had to fucking, every single time that came up, I would physically call out, or not mentally or whatever, I would type out and I would call them out. Okay, so where's your proof? So if I picked up this girl and there's a huge thing, and why weren't the cops called? Why is there no fucking report on this? Why, like, You can't fucking. These are pretty hefty allegations, man. You better have some fucking evidence.
It's pretty fucked up to do like to somebody.
It's super fucked up, man. It's not fair. It's not fair. I don't care how much I piss you. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No, of course not.
Then I had a whole crew of people in a province that I live in calling me a fucking pedophile and a diddler, and it's like, fuck you, man. No, not even fucking close. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're a bunch of fucking clowns for believing it. What proof do you have? Well, this guy said that. Oh, I don't give a fuck what that guy said. If you didn't fucking hear it from me, first of all, why would a diddler go out and start fucking saying that?
100%.
Like, what diddler does that to begin with? You know what I mean?
Yeah, to just out themselves.
Yeah, like I'm not. Why would I go on Facebook and start saying that I'm fucking doing that? That's fucking retarded. I would never fucking do that shit. I would never fucking. Anyway, it fucked me up, man. I was in a dark place because of that shit. Because the hate and not a lot of people even know about this because it was confined within a small group of, a decently large group of truck groups.
Yeah,
and it just bounced back and forth between these groups, and it's like, you guys can all go fuck yourselves, man. You're really putting a damp on someone's life because of hearsay.
Oh yeah, just because some guy doesn't like you and goes and outs you for something that's false.
It's completely false. It's
completely
fucking disgusting
false.
in every way. And I mean, the allegations, the time frames, nothing added up. I was out of town working. I was in camp. I had a girlfriend at the time. It was a joke. It was fucking pathetic.
That is low, dude. That is so low.
It was pretty rough. So that was my worst kind of experience with that crap.
Yeah.
But I mean, you wipe the dust off and you move on, right?
Mm-hmm. I think mine was more it was just partying every weekend. Every weekend you had to show up and be somewhere. And same thing. Like I'm not an A-list celebrity, so it's not like I'm rolling with a fucking big crew.
No,
I don't have security teams or any of that. I don't really believe in it, for one.
Oh, well, I mean, if someone's going to come try and fucking throw punches,
exactly, they're going to do it.
You were a professional fighter for a while, so it's kind of a bad idea.
I'm probably out of shape, and they got a good chance at fucking. Whatever. And my chin's been checked a few times.
I'm sure your fucking right hook is good enough to drop a guy and hit the snooze button, right? So, I don't think you're too worried about it.
No, and then on top of it, the drugs and the alcohol, and then you hit that fucking low, and it's just it adds up, man, and the stress of everything, and you're dealing with people you don't want to fucking deal with. You're attracting. Then I'm a firm believer, what you put out is what you get back, and I was probably putting out a lot of negative energy. I hated everying at that time.
Just destructive.
Yeah,
a destructive mentality.
Mm-hmm, and I wasn't
so drunk that you didn't. You felt that in your mind there were no repercussions for whatever the fuck you decided to do that night, kind of thing.
And the next day it takes a mental toll, and then you're back at the warehouse doing our day-to-day shit, and it's 3 days later and you're loading up to go on the fucking road again just to do that damage to the body again. And your mind just takes that thing's fucked. I should have changed that before. My bad.
It's all right, man.
It's just those lows ain't worth, or the highs aren't worth the lows, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
I liked making the videos.
Right.
And then it turned into this fucking run wild, and I want to go and do the things like we've been talking, and going out and filming content together. Mm-hmm. I'd want to do that. Mm-hmm. That seems like a lot of fun.
It is, yeah. It
rather
is a lot
than
of fun.
You know what I mean?
Networking and meeting people, and
100%.
Going places and filming shit and cool spots and locations. And,
big time. Traveling, meeting more people, rather than just going to a bar to get fucked up.
It's fun within moderation. And I was lucky enough that I've never really been a huge boozer. Mm-hmm. It's a social thing. I definitely need. I don't go home and just drink beer after a day of work.
Yeah.
I can't, because it just makes no sense to me. If I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna get drunk.
Yeah, I'm same way.
I don't casually drink.
All or fuck all.
Yeah. I might have a beer in the garage if I'm doing something, just because why not? But
you're not getting blasted by yourself.
No. I don't like it. I don't like getting fucking blackout and then waking up not remembering anything. That's the worst part.
And you get that guilt, shame, and the booze blues settle in.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking, you're like, oh no, what did I do? What did I do? I hate feeling like that. So I'm same thing now, man. I quit. Like, there's been a few nights that have slipped away on me.
Oh yeah,
but
it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, but now it's not. I'm not sitting at a fucking house party with 6 guys I don't know and a baggie full of a substance that I shouldn't even be around. Like, those days are fucking gone, and you know. I kind of built a bad rap of myself because of it, and you know what? I gotta fucking that's in the past, and
gotta just be high on life.
Yeah,
that's the
some
best.
James Brown shit.
I get asked that question all the time. How are you always so happy and like uppity and like you're always
because you got this opportunity, you know?
Well, it's not even that. It's just regardless of the opportunity, it's more so the fact that regardless of what happens in life, you got to find the good in it. I mean, we all have our low points, man.
Big time.
Like. Right before we met, I was in the lowest point of my life. At that point. Anyway.
Isn't it ironic how it flipped?
Yeah. Like, it was rough. I was going through some shit like that. You know, a lot of stuff kind of got fucking bamboozled during that time. You know, a lot of personal stuff really not even worth talking about. It was just really fucked, and I was in a dark space. So I pretty much sat in my basement for 6 months, man. Didn't do fuck all, didn't go anywhere, didn't want to be outside, didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to sit in my own fucking darkness.
And that sucks, because it's like the worst thing you can do, you know, is like just sit there and let your own mind run out of control, and instead of surrounding yourself by like people that actually give a fuck about you, and then you get in your own head, and it takes a while. It can ruin
friendships and shit, and it's fucked, right? But people are like, why don't you never come out? And you don't really have a good reason.
Want to.
You just don't want to leave.
No.
Don't leave your house. But like it was fucking weird. Cause like I don't get down like that. It was just some family oriented crap that really fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like really bad, and you know, ex-girlfriend stuff, and it was just a nightmare. So I stayed away from everything, and it was the wrong thing to do. And then people are like, well, you know, there's this one guy that was kind of in our group of friends that used to fucking say shit because he knew about what was going on in my life. And at one point he's like, you never post the real shit. You're always posting all this happy shit, and you never fucking do it. It's like, I'm not gonna go online and post my dirty laundry. That's what the fuck would I do that for?
That's just distasteful.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna get on there and tell people this is that and going on. I mean, I am pretty real about most of the stuff in my life, but there's certain stuff I'm not gonna fucking say because why? It's none of your business. A, B. I'm not gonna get on and promote negativity. I'm going to promote positivity. And for the most part, I am a fucking pretty positive human being. I bitch a lot in my videos because it's funny.
Yeah.
Bitching is funny.
Yeah, it's relatable.
All you do is whine and bitch. It's like, well, it's working, so shut the fuck up. Have a nice day.
I can't even be a critic on it because we're both here because of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
it's funny, man. It's comedy gold when you can bitch about something and make it funny, you know?
Right.
Mannerisms, the way you fucking say shit, it all ties in together, right? Like having witty fucking sayings for just about any situation. It just, you know, like if Buddy's being a fucking clown dick, doesn't he, you know, his IQ's 3 points above warm butter, he can be like, well, yeah, fucking Buddy's elevator don't reach top floor, eh? Fucking
like little shit like that. Those old boy sayings, hey?
yeah.
The coffee shop sayings.
The boomer sayings.
Yeah, the boomer sayings.
That's stuff that I like, you know?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it is a really, it ain't for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
More or less. What we're doing, it's not for the faint of heart. You can't do what we're doing if you fucking get offended by shit, or if you let stuff get to your head very, very like severely, because it'll put you in a fucking it'll put you in a hole.
In a deep dark place,
People say
man.
Really rude shit on the internet. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's easy, man. It's so easy to hop on there and be like, hey, yo, fucking
dumbass fucking idiot, go kill
yourself.
Yeah. Like, whoa.
And when you read that, like,
the brakes,
you
homie.
can read 90 comments saying that video was awesome, but that one fucking thing, just like, man, that fucking guy, that's just in my fucking head now. Mm-hmm. Like, why is this fuck that guy?
Yeah,
but then
you take a step back and you're like, why are these people being so fucking mean?
Yeah. And then I just like, then for a while there, just to help out, I just wouldn't even read the comment section. Whatever.
I avoid it. I try to.
Yeah.
I mean, I do check it. This is what somebody snapped me out of. How do I explain this? I was drawn to the negative comments more than the positive ones. Mm-hmm. So I was only replying ignorant shit back to all the haters, but I wasn't praising or saying or thank you or thanking or being nice to the people that were like giving nice comments.
Right.
When someone said that, like, why do you always reply to? I'm like, you know what? You're fucking right. Why am I constantly giving these fucking clowns the time of day? It's not worth. It's not going anywhere.
That's all they want is your intention.
They want me to fucking react, and then that's when I realized, like, I'm gonna start, like, this person says, like, hey man, I really love the video. Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you know, that one little comment just made that person's day because I responded.
Big time.
You know, whereas the hater fucking saying the ignorant shit is just getting a fucking heyday out of it.
I don't mind a good witty comeback.
I do, I still give them out, like I ain't shy, but I try, I avoid it.
Instead of getting into some internet argument, I'll just throw something funny, like, I don't know, like, buddy he was yapping me pretty hard, and he had a fucking picture of him looking off a cliff, and I was like, so-and-so's name, still looking for a fucking clue, and this buddy's just lost it, like, oh, there's no coming back from that one. No, like, you're done.
Burn.
Yeah, like shit like that. If it's fucking funny, and then they're like, okay, then like that sometimes is like turn them into, all right, I'll like your page. That was actually pretty good.
I've turned haters into followers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, into fans, I guess. In person. You know what, man? I didn't really like you before, but you're actually fucking right on.
I think a lot of people like don't understand it's just an obnoxious behavior online.
It is, yeah. I'm like, I'd give you the shirt off my back if I could.
100%.
There's a lot of stuff I do out in public that I don't fucking film it. I'm not like some of those content creators that go out and film me fucking giving out cheeseburgers to homeless people. Like, what kind of fucking content is that? It just makes you look like a fucking... I don't even know what you call that.
I don't know. That kind of shit, I just feel like if you're not doing it for the goodness of the deed and you need the recognition, why are you wouldn't do it in the first place?
Like, I got that hate when I did the Fort Mac stuff during the fires.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to gain a following from it. It was to show people that, like, you can get off your ass and you can do stuff.
Yeah. And it also helped. Like, you have an outreach. Hey, I'm going to be driving this shit up to Fort Mac. Here's where I'm going to be. Bring this shit here. And you're using your platform in a positive manner. Yeah. Which,
that's the way you should. I mean, so I can understand some of these videos, like giving free shit to homeless people and helping them out and doing stuff to a certain extent, but like, you just show up and give them a cheeseburger and walk away. Like,
I've never I really don't like the ones where they're going out and, like, I understand sometimes you just want a fucking beer. But when you're sitting there shotgunning beers with a homeless guy,
it's not really helping them. It's making it worse.
You're almost enabling the behavior.
100%,
yeah. I find those ones distasteful. Or they're sitting there, here, man, here's a blunt, here's $100, and like, dude, like, help the guy out. Go get him a haircut and like try and fucking, I like when you take those and like, listen, if, who is it? I can't remember the creator, but he took this homeless dude, paid for him to be in a hotel room for 7 days so he could shower, got him all shaved up, got him looking right.
Supreme Patty, wasn't it? I think he did something like that.
Was it him?
I don't know if it was him 100%. I know he did something like that. Like, he brought a guy out. He brought him out to the bar and partied with him. I think that was it. So that's kind of the enabling aspect.
Yeah. But then this guy, like, helped this guy get a fucking job at the end of it. So it's like,
oh yeah, I can't remember that one too. Who the fuck was that?
I can't remember. Was it like Joey Salads or something like that?
I remember. Yeah, he got him a job at as a dishwasher or some shit.
Yeah,
at a restaurant.
Something. But he helped this guy get up back on his feet. Yeah, like that shit's like, I find that rad. We all have our downs, and fuck.
Giving back's important if you do it in a positive manner.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of misguidance in today's fucking generation, right? Like in this current generation,
it's so easily influenced. You know what I mean?
It is, and that's like.
I understand the nature of the brand that I created, but it's not like I try not to let. Here, my philosophy on a street fight: if two men have a disagreement and they fucking square up and they fight, and at the end of it shake hands, that's okay. When it's three people beating the fucking shit out of one person, that's totally wrong in my eyes. Like, that small town mentality, because you're from a small town in New Brunswick, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the city that I was born in has a population of like, I don't even remember, like 40,000 people.
So it's like a Red Deer.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. But I didn't grow up there. I grew up in a little shithole country town called, or a village more so, called St. Paul, New Brunswick. And it's like a French community. It's 45 minutes north of Moncton.
Okay.
So I grew up there living with my mother. And then when I was with my father visiting him, I usually was there on the weekends. I was out in Shediac, which is a little beach town. He was not quite in the town. He was outside of the town. So it was more of a rural area sort of. And, I was always out in the country. So that's why I always got a good kick out of like these fucking assholes. Like, you're not a fucking cowboy, you saltwater cowboy. Why are you wearing cowboy boots? You're not a cowboy. Why are you wearing running shoes? You're fucking fat. You know what I mean? It's like, who gives a fuck what I'm wearing on my feet? That has no correlation.
They're comfy. I like them.
Yeah, I like them. They're comfortable.
I'm happy to see you wearing square toes, by the way.
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got so many fucking pairs of boots, man. I just throw whatever's closer to the door, eh? But like it's how I grew up. That's the way I was out in the country. I enjoyed that. It's a small town mentality. When you watch two country dudes fucking fight, they beat the shit out of each other, shake hands, and they fucking go have a beer.
Yeah, it's done and over, and I've watched it a million times outside of our local bar.
You see the hood rat fuckers. The knives come out, the batons come out, the fucking. As soon as one guy gets on the ground and he's getting his shit pounded, his fucking buddy jumps in and boot fucks buddy in the head or sucker punches him, and
it's just a shit show.
And they start kicking his fucking head when he's knocked out. Like, are you fucking insane? Do you know what could happen? Like, if that kid.
Vegetable when he wakes up,
and then you go to fucking jail for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like fighting. I think fighting sucks.
I've been in this
professional fighting's one thing.
Yeah.
Street fighting, I don't like street fighting.
I've been in 3.
Yeah.
3 total.
I think I've been in 1.
I avoid them as best as possible.
Well, I'm usually the guy trying to resolve situations more so than to get involved. I mean, I open palm slapped a dude across the fucking face to make him look like a bitch in front of his friends because he's being a cunt.
When was this? Recently? Years ago?
5 years ago outside the ranch.
Oh, hey, up here in the city, or is that in Calgary? Is the ranch in Calgary?
That was that one on Calgary Trail that got shut down and turned into something else. Other fucking shithole. But like he's just being a fucking asshole, and I just fucking gave him a good open palm fucking slap across the face to make him look like a bitch in front of his friends. They all started laughing. The bouncers were laughing. They didn't even care. It was in the parking lot. They're like, we're not going to do nothing. That was fucking hilarious. You made that guy look like a bitch. And it's like, don't be a fucking cunt, man. Like, it's simple.
It's not that hard.
You're just acting up.
Mm-hmm.
So I avoid fights like the plague because what's the point? I don't
feel like
working as a mechanic. If I break my fucking hand, I can't work. It's not worth it. Your face and my fist are not worth me not being able to work.
No. Over what? Bragging rights?
I got a pretty high threshold for being able to subside bullshit. And
have you ever had anybody like push you to the edge since like being in the social media kind of scene to where it almost came to
two scenarios? Yeah. One's been hashed out. It was some shit got misconstrued. Guy walked into the bar. I was quite fucking sober as far as I remember, and he walked up with his phone out, holding it like this, like recording me, and I thought maybe it was just a fucking, like
he's doing a snap. Hey, look what I just got. Yeah.
He walked up. He's like, look at this fucking, I don't even want to say it, but
I know where you're going.
The gay word. And I'm like, fuck you. I grabbed his phone and I just drifted it at the fucking floor, and then I pushed him. I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do now? You think just because I'm really nice on social media that I'm not gonna fucking stand my ground in public?
Yeah.
I don't care if I get my ass beat. I'm not going to go down looking like a fucking bitch.
No.
And I hate fighting, but I'm not going to sit there and let this guy fucking walk me. So anyway, that ended up going nowhere. And then the second time, this one's such a fucking joke. I was at the Ponoka Stampede, and this fucking goof comes up to me, because I've talked about on my streams before how like no one really... the haters, they avoid me. They don't come up to me and say nothing. What's the point? It's not worth their time.
Yeah.
They don't like me. Move on.
Simple as that.
Right? They see me in public. They're like, oh, it's a fucking Eric Jalbert guy. Like, let them fucking mumble their crap to themselves over in the corner. I don't care. I'm busy. I'm doing shit. I'm enjoying myself. Come up to me like 3 times in the course of the entire night. First time, he's like, hey, shakes my hand. I'm like, hey, man, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Just wanted to come up here and tell you that I'm not fucking afraid to say, come up to you in public and fucking say shit. I'm like, say what? well, you're always fucking saying like nobody's fucking got the ball. I'm like, I never said anybody's had the balls. I just said they're not gonna fucking waste their time. Like, why would they? And he's some fucking chunky little clown. Fuck, I don't even know how to explain this guy, man. Like, he is delusional. And he came up again, acting buddy, shook my hand again, drunk. And then at the end of the night, we're outside leaving the beer garden thing or whatever the fuck you call it. And he walks up and starts getting fucking in my face. He's like, fucking, I don't even remember what he said. I was pretty drunk by that point. And finally I said, okay, so what? So what? Do something then. What the fuck is your, what is, what the fuck with, right? Is your fucking motive here? Yeah. You want to go? Let's fucking go then, man. Swing. I ain't fucking hitting you first. Yeah. This is going to be self-defense all day long. Go ahead. Take a fucking punch. I'll let you have the first one and the next one, and then I'm not going to stop. And he just stood there with like fucking, you know, like, whoa, kind of thing. And then because he called me out like last week, and I just tore him a new one. He's like, you fucking ran to the cops. I'm like, I didn't run nowhere, man. I was walking away from you. You stood there. Your buddy was laughing at you because of how much of a fucking clown you looked like. The cop rolls up. Is everything good here? I'm like, yeah, it's all good. And then he's like, you're that guy from the internet, right? And I was like, yeah. And I shook his hands. Nice to meet you. He thought I was having a conversation talking to the cop about him. It's like, and it wasn't. The cop recognized me from online. He shook his hand and I kept walking. But because he's a delusional fucking moron, I took nothing from it. But that was pretty much it. There was nothing there. I just called him out. I was like, okay, then fucking swing, man. Like, I'm not here to fight you. But if you're going to fucking get in my face, I ain't going to stand here and let you. Go ahead. Do something about it. And that was it. And then we kind of just, I fucking moved on. I'm like, I'm not going to waste my energy on you, man. I'm fucking.
It's not worth your time.
I'm fucking so high on life right now, man. I don't even got time for you. I don't even remember his fucking name.
Exactly. I only had one incident. And it was, I think it was Sylvan Lake. That's where it was.
I think you told me about this.
Yeah.
Let's go over it again.
We were just leaving some bar. We had a little venue gig kind of deal. And we were just leaving the bar. And some buddy came up in the alley and we were walking and we're giggling and whatever. Like, it was me, Jess, and Sherwood. And we're fucking leaving the event. We had a good night and like, oh, it was awesome. We're going to bed, get up in the morning, get the fuck back to the city. And some dude out of nowhere just walks up. You think you're just hot shit, don't you? I'm like, what? I'm like, where do you get this? It's like I was dicking around the bar exactly like I would in my hometown. And fucking... It just wouldn't stop. And like I tried talking, and he just like diffused it as best as I could. And I had a few fucking drinks, so it's probably like, dude, I don't know where the fuck you're getting this idea that I'm better than you. It's like anybody can pull out their cell phone and start a fucking YouTube channel, exact same way I did. You have the opportunity. Oh, still, and I'm like, and then I was like, look, if you want to fucking fight me, I will fucking fight you. I've got zero fucking problem doing that. We can get it on right now and let's get it over with so I can go home. Whoa, whatever. And his buddy's like, man, just like, let's go. And then I was walking away. He's like, yo, so I thought you are a bitch. And I don't know why that just like fucking, it snapped me.
Just flipped the
like,
fucking
yeah, it flipped the switch. I was like, all right, motherfucker, let's go. There's no more talking. And then I believe he threw a punch and Jess caught it. And she's like, listen, this guy's got a couple pro fights under his belt. He's going to take you down and elbow you in the fucking mind. It's not going to be good. So just go. And we did. Nothing ever came of it. And like, I don't want to fucking, I don't want that reputation of being, out there being a prick, getting into fights with people for a stupid comment. It's just minuscule shit.
It sucks, man. Like I don't want to even deal with it.
No, I just want to make some funny like videos that people can laugh at.
And if you don't like it, fucking then hide the page. There's an option, the little 3 fucking dots on any post. You can fucking click on that and hide all fucking this from that person.
100%.
If you don't want to see my shit, press that button, man. Mm-hmm. That's it.
It's super simple.
It's simple. You'll never see my shit again.
That's it. I don't the human psyche just fucking blows me away. I don't know if it's jealousy or, you see
which is dumb. What the fuck is there to be jealous of us for?
Exactly.
Like, I don't get it. What? Because I got a shitty fucking 50-year-old muscle car and a shitty blue truck, and because people recognize me and want to take photos, and random chicks ask me to sign their tits once in a while. Like anybody, if my dumb fucking ass can do this, you can do this.
Certainly, for sure.
Simple, man. Just be yourself. That's it.
Yeah.
You're so fucking fake. It's like, how am I being fake? All my dumb skits are usually dumb personas or goofy fucking stupid shit.
Big time.
People take it personal.
You get that lots? Like if somebody sees you and oh, you're a lot different than your videos. Do you get that lots?
I don't.
Every now and then?
No, you know what? No.
I'm pretty mellow in public. Like I'm pretty mellow all around and pretty easygoing.
Like
so it's
obviously I'm not wearing my fucking outfit for my Dodge owner's video in public. I'm wearing whatever I'm wearing. Like, I'm wearing this sweater's got more oil stains on it than I fucking care to talk about, but I don't really.
If you wore that in public, you deserve a kick in the nuts. Unless it's like some sort of kick. I couldn't imagine.
I know. Like, hey, how's it going? You like my glasses that are 3 times too small for my face? You like my hat that doesn't even fit?
I'm envisioning you like going to the superstore or some shit like that and be like, what is this knob like doing? He's got his pant half in his fucking boot here. He looks
just
like
a fucking goober.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean.
It's just like online shit, man. It's like, the good outweighs the bad by 100%. You get the messages too. I've heard you talk about it and being like, man, like this made my day. And like that's worth its weight in gold. You know what I mean?
Making people laugh is laughing is the best medicine.
100%.
When I'm in a bad mood, something makes me laugh. Like, there's only a couple things that can really make me, not in a shitty mood. Laughing, going for a drive, and fucking. Yeah. That's it.
Mine's been TikTok lately. Huge TikTok guy. I think I like the app more because like people don't like it.
Yeah.
And it's like Vine.
But everybody's kind of gravitating toward it. So
I think it's fucking
I have
funny.
it. I barely fucking used it though.
I just like watching the shit that people do, man. And I like, not that I like trolling. I just like get like putting shit out there that I know is just going to be like, this guy's a fucking idiot. And like get almost a little rise. Like not enough to be like, I don't want to piss off the masses just to be like, this guy's a fucking dipshit. I think that shit's funny. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh.
I think this guy sent the same video to you. I'm not sure, but because we kind of have the same people that fire us random videos.
Yeah.
This guy had his phone like on a bed. It was recording from the face camera, and he just started fucking punching the phone, like just jabbing it. And then all of a sudden he fucking runs and jumps, and it's just this bare ass. Did you get that video?
Yeah.
I never laughed so hard in my fucking life. No, just a big chunky shitter. You hairy ass flying at the camera like a fucking like a missile. Oh my god, man. I was losing it.
So people do some fucking funny shit.
I love that stupid shit.
Man, like gay humor to me is so fucking funny. Straight dudes doing gay shit it's like I don't know why, but
like Vitaly going up, you talking shit? And you talking shit, rips off, he's got like a fucking like a mouse face fucking like dick
his
sock on.
Horns like the giraffe snout.
The elephant fucking. You talking shit, bro? And
like that.
It's funny because these guys are ready to throw down, and as soon as Vitaly pulls his shit off, they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck? That's fucking gay, man!" Like, start running away. He's chasing his dick's flopping, like,
Yeah, man, like that. Oh man, that shit is fucking funny to me. That cracks me up every time. Oh fuck. It's the little things like that just get me fucking going. Yeah,
that's the good content. Not all this fucking stupid shit you see nowadays, man. Holy fuck. I mean, everybody's trying to be a content creator now.
It's crazy to think that YouTuber is considered a job.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And it's like the most sought after career choice now for kids.
The highest paid YouTuber in the world is a fucking like 7 or 6 year old kid that opens up presents.
What's it like? Fuck, we were just talking about this kid.
Can't remember.
It's like Andy's house or something like that. I can't remember, but
it's crazy, man. He's making himself a millionaire.
It doesn't even understand it yet. No. Has no idea.
He's making more money than PewDiePie.
That's insane.
And PewDiePie is like 100 million subscribers.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts, man. Yeah, but it's like, because my sister, when she was doing her practicum for teaching, her whatever fucking who she mentored underneath, or her mentor for that practicum. I ended up coming to my sister's graduation party, and her son was there, and they introduced me like, oh yeah, this is my brother. He does YouTube content and shit. So this kid's just like, oh, you're a YouTuber? I'm like, I guess. I don't know. And she's like, can you tell him that it's not really? I was like, listen, it's a lot of fucking work. And if you're not willing to put it in, don't even bother.
It's a ton of work.
It's a ton of work. It's day in, day out. And like, you got to figure out, like, yeah, sure, being a YouTuber and being famous or whatever it is you're seeking, it could be cool. But like we talked about before.
You got to do it because you like it, not because you want to make money.
Yeah.
Like, the money will come. Mm-hmm. It does happen. Like, you know, we are making money off YouTube. It's not a substantial amount by any means, but
not enough to cool pay the rent right now.
It's still cool to get a check once in a while to, you know, you're like, holy
just to
fuck.
do something you like doing anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Making content, making people laugh, or making them mad. I mean, they say there's no such thing as bad publicity. I mean, yeah, there is. You know, like we were talking about before, that was not publicity I wanted to have attached to my name. It was man. It was just gross. I was grossed out. You know, it was just made me feel disgusting that was even a fucking, you know, a rumor. But that's the, you know, worst things have happened to YouTubers, content creators, actors. Like, all it takes is one person to start fucking flapping gums about some dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you have to, you know, you're doing damage control for something that is so fucking pathetic that you don't even know where to start.
Yeah. And,
you know,
and to think, like, on the scale of things, could you imagine being at the level of like a PewDiePie and like those little slip ups where he thinks he's just, you know, I'm making a crack at humor, makes a World War II joke, and the whole world comes crashing. Oh, he's a Jew hater, this and that, and it's like, man, I don't know how some of these guys can deal with that. Like,
well, who was it that had a pretty intense allegation from something they said a while ago? Well, I mean, look at the Donald Trump thing, the pussy thing.
Yeah. Same with like Kevin Hart.
What was it what Kevin Hart did?
He made like a gay joke on Twitter. And everybody came back and just was like trying to cancel him. And
cares, man?
They took what was it? It was some award show. Was it the Grammys?
Yeah,
he was hosting the Grammys.
And they fucking pulled it.
And then they pulled it, and then they're like, "Oh, we feel bad." And he's like, "No." And that was like the one thing that he like dreamed of doing was hosting the Grammys. He finally gets it, and he's like, "You know what, man? Fuck you guys. You fucking come out and completely shit on me, and then turn around and be like, oh yeah, we're sorry, but here, you can have this back."
Like Don Cherry.
Yeah.
Like, that's fresh.
That is fresh news.
Fresh
that's pretty. That's. Oof. I don't know what to think of that. Like, he's 85 for fuck's sake.
Man, he's a millionaire. He doesn't give a shit.
He don't give a shit.
You know, like he was going to retire regardless. He was just riding it out as far as he could, and the severance he's going to get for being with them for over 3 decades.
Plus, man, like, have you listened to him talk? You can't even get half these guys. He's talking about hockey players can't even remember their last names, and like.
Well, there's, I mean, over 30 years of you know, being an announcer on fucking Hockey Night in Canada.
Yeah. And he's been fired like fucking 9 times.
Yeah, because he's one of the realest motherfuckers still in the game. He's not scared to say it how it is.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the context of how he said it could have been slightly different, but.
Yeah, but I mean, you people, like, that's, oh my God.
He could be talking to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's days this week where I didn't have a poppy on. Could be shitting on me for all I know.
Yeah. I lost mine on the way here. I'm kind of fucking pissed about it.
Right?
Second one I lost. They don't stay on there very good.
No.
I'm going to buy one that actually has like a pin. That pins on.
A metal one.
Clasp on the back or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that I can reuse every year. But I'll still donate. I'll put money in the fucking things. Every year I put money in the things regardless.
Absolutely, man. Or I try and help. And like, there's one fellow that we had on the podcast a long time ago, Brock Blazchik. Do you remember him? He was remember the veteran
vet with a leg, amputated leg?
I talked with him quite a bit, and like, I told him, anytime you want to talk about anything, use our platform. By any means, you're promoting anything to do with veterans, you have access to this anytime you want. And anyway, like Black Rifle Coffee, they do a fantastic job on helping out veterans.
Yeah.
Giving them jobs and keeping them employed, donating back. And like, that's another fabulous way. And you get a product out of it too. A good coffee. And
maybe next year we should do something for the vets.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been trying.
Make a special shirt and all the proceeds
100%, man.
Keep a single penny.
100%.
Let's make it an investment aspect, not an investment, but a donation aspect. I think that'd be good.
Oh, for sure.
Make like a really badass like Remembrance Day shirt or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And because I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for my great grandfather.
Fuck, we'd all be speaking German, man.
That's what I mean. Like,
you know?
My great grandfather is the reason I'm alive. He went to war, World War II, in the infantry, and he got shot in I believe the left shoulder by a fucking sniper.
Holy.
He played dead. The Germans came and ransacked his body, took all of his shit, the only thing they didn't take was his dog tags, because we still have those.
Yeah.
But he lost his sidearm, all his rations, pretty much everything. Somehow, after bleeding out on the ground for God knows how long, he got up and he made it back to his fucking troop.
That's crazy, man.
Whatever they called it back then. And then later on during the war, he got I think it was a grenade exploded, and he got shrapnel in his leg from the grenade explosion. So by that point, I think he got discharged because or maybe he finished. I can't remember if he finished the war like that. But anyway, came home, met my great grandmother in London. She was British.
Yeah.
Met her at a bus stop near Big Ben, which I've seen in person. It's it's
crazy.
It's pretty nuts. You been there?
Yeah. I've been to London.
Met her. Went home to Parsbro, Nova Scotia. I believe it was Parsbro or Fox River. I can't remember now. Was it Parsbro? Anyway, made it back to Nova Scotia. Brought her over on a ship, started a family, had my grandfather and his two sisters. And then, my grandfather got married, had kids, which was my mom. And then my mom met my dad, and then boom, here I am, right? It's pretty fucking crazy.
It's not that long ago, man.
Yeah, dude. And he had a rough go. So that's why Remembrance Day is pretty important to me. Not only did he get shot and then had an explosion, the shrapnel in his leg, I think, somehow caused gangrene.
Oh, damn.
He had to amputate his leg off.
Shit.
And I think a year or so later, it spread to the other leg. Had to amputate that one off of the knee. So he had no legs. And then he died of, I think, a cancer or something. Fucking crazy.
Man.
And the fucking craziest part about this is I found an old box of shit. Just old stuff.
Yeah.
I found some really, really old pieces of paper, and they're all folded up. And I opened these, and they're fucking dated from like 1979 to 85 or something like that. And it was all letters from my grandfather to my mother about the situation, going into detail about how my Papa Bert, his name was Charles Burton de Wolf, but he went by Burton.
Yeah.
So Bert.
That'd be your great grandpa?
My great grandpa, yeah. And him talking about how his leg was getting amputated, and then in another letter it was about, I couldn't even fucking finish reading them. I was getting sad because I don't even think I got to meet him. Maybe when I was a baby. Yeah. But he died before I was like coherent. So it's just insane, right? To track back your family tree and how everything.
That era in time, man. Like, could you imagine being 18 years old and you're enlisted and you have to go over in like barely any training, not what they do now. Drafted. And then going to do that? Fuck. Here you go. You're beaching to Normandy. Fucking, you got to get up that motherfucker. I can't remember
where he got dropped, or where he ended up. I actually might want to sit down with my grandfather at some point or give him a call and find this out. I want to get as much info down on paper because this is good stuff to know just for future, right? Yeah. But I'm not sure where he got dropped off, but I have a photo of him at home the day before he left, 19 years old. Crazy black and white photo in his uniform, and he looked like he was 30, man. It's crazy how old they looked at such a young age back then. I don't know why. Yeah. Whereas I look like I'm fucking 18 and I'm 28. Like, it makes no sense. But yeah, the whole thing is just crazy how it all works, right?
I have my great grandpa fought on the German side.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we found this me and my cousin found this photo in my grandma's those old photo books, and it was like the military style photo. He had the toothbrush mustache, like he was
Was he SS?
I don't know what he was. I couldn't see nothing but he definitely fought on the German side. I know that.
He is German.
Yeah, full blown. Yeah, my grandma is full blown German.
That's crazy.
So her grandfather would have been on that side. So it's fucking nutty to think about that.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Either or, I was good.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's just insane.
It's a crazy time. That's a crazy era. World War II is a very, like, you get into those documentaries, man.
Buddy,
you can go for hours.
I
like
watched the fuck out of everything.
Did you ever watch that Hunting Hitler?
No.
With what's his, Tim Kennedy. He was a Navy SEAL, UFC fighter, and it's crazy, man. Like, the Germans were all over Argentina. There's like this crazy thing to look up is that Colonial Dignidad, I think it's called. And it was like they were basically starting up another Reich over in Argentina what was that? Was his name Mad Dog? No, not Mad Dog. It was oh man, it was like the guy second in command of Hitler. That's where they killed him, or they found him somewhere over there, somewhere in South America. But it's pretty nuts. It's a fucking wicked show. They're finding like Nazi paraphernalia all over the fucking world, man.
The two good movies that I watched that I really, really liked was Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's fucking insane. True story.
Yeah.
That's what's wild about it. He saved all those men.
Yeah.
And he was a fucking medic.
Yeah.
Or something like that. He wasn't even he couldn't shoot guns. He just fucking climbed that cliff and dragged bodies over. It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then Enemy at the Gates.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's the Soviets. That was the Russian side, I think, right? He was a Russian sniper.
Yep.
I think. Yeah. Was it?
I believe so.
Soviet sniper. What was his name? Vasily Zaitsev was the name of him.
Was that that's the buddy that sat in that tower, right?
Yeah, he was in that fucking it was like a sniper standoff in a fucking demolished fucking factory, and they were just waiting for that. There's a German sniper, the best German sniper that the SS fucking had, versus Vasily, who was he got drafted into it because he was a really good marksman. That's just fucking cool, man. It's just. History is such a fucking cool thing to. Oh, if you don't that's the problem with today's society. They don't really go into it.
I can dig deep into that all day. Like, I love that old like biographies of rock stars or like things that people have done. Hard. Oh man, it's just, especially like World War II is just like is definitely the most interesting of them all.
Big time.
Like, I can't sit here and talk facts, but I can dive into it and just like watch and watch and watch. There's so much
Normandy
information.
Is just the most intriguing one to me. Well, for the most part, there's been, obviously a lot of battles that were really hardcore, but Normandy was, could you fucking imagine coming in on that boat to that fucking cliff face on Juno Beach?
No.
Or Omaha, or what was the other one? The Canadian ones, I think they stormed Juno. Because the Canadians were drafted to storm one beach, and then the Americans were set on another. Like, there were, I think, 4 or 5 beaches that were stormed, and like these guys were just fucking sawing them apart, man. Like, they had 50 caliber machine guns on the tops of these fucking cliffs and bunkers, and they were just laying hate, and it sucked, man. I think I looked up the number. I think it was 45,500 or right around 50,000 Canadians died in World War II.
Jesus, man.
That's fucking just nuts,
That's the size of your city that you were born in.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy when you put it down like that?
Yeah, I think that people survived Normandy.
That's the insane part.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, if you can make it past the beach.
Fuck. I mean, and now we don't even have the sack of nuts to tell one another, like, you know what I mean? Most people would avoid even what we fucking did, is have that conversation and just get over that hump, you know what I mean? And then to go and fucking hop out of a boat knowing, like, I have a 50% chance of living here.
I gotta see if I can find this real quick. There was an influencer that said, oh man, I fucking hated this. Instagram influencer, 22 years old, claims learning about World War II would hit millennials with mental health issues. Freddie Bentley is a British reality TV celebrity who is mainly known for his appearance on some fucking game show has recently come under fire online after appearing on a TV show, Good Morning Britain, and arguing an unpopular opinion. In the Bentley states that children should not have to learn about World War II. In his opinion, too much time is spent on the subject. He's concerned that the emphasis on the destruction and killing of war is too much for young minds. And he quotes, I don't want anyone to think I'm being disrespectful, the 22-year-old celebrity said. He said, I remember learning it as a child and thinking, oh my God, it's so intense. Yeah, but buddy, listen, that's the reason you're fucking able to do what you can right now.
Yeah, no shit.
So shut the fuck up. You're an idiot. Plain and simple. We're remembering it for a reason because we don't want it to happen again.
Yeah, especially at the state where some places are. Could you imagine living in fucking Argentina right now, man?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's
right?
It's fucked. Could you imagine this generation getting drafted? A bunch of fucking long beard hipster fucking buffalo plaid fucking mocha latte slinging fucking goofs.
We would be fucked.
Oh my God.
It would not be good.
Today's drafted military would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, the Koreans would just be laughing. Mm-hmm. Like, well, this is going to be easy. This is like the USA basketball team playing fucking Team China, for Christ's sakes.
I was reading something the other day, actually, about how after Japan bombed, for fuck's sakes, Pearl Harbor. The reason after they dropped the nukes on Japan, the reason they didn't come back and go for it, like they easily could have. They had a huge population, right? They easily could have came back and retaliated and just started bombing fucking America. And I think the reason they didn't is because just about every single household, or mostly every household in America, had weapons. Could you imagine? Not just the military, like all the people standing up. Like, I can't quote it word for word the way it went down, but it was like just about every household has a hunting license. And how many people had a hunting license? 550,000 or 600,000 people just in one area had fucking guns.
Yeah.
So it's like to take on a nation like that, despite the military size and the Navy and the Air Force and all that shit, you know, it's just fucking insane, dude. Like
America's a powerhouse. They always have been and always will.
It's a good thing that North Korea fucking buckled down and shut up, because they would have turned that place into a fucking Walmart parking lot.
Oh, man. Yeah, Buck. We're in such a sensitive state, too, over here. We got, Greenpeace going on. There's just so much. Like, it's so taxing. I try not to dive into the political end.
Draining.
It is, man.
Mentally draining.
At first, like, the whole political aspect and doing content on it was I don't know enough.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not well versed in it. And then you get the guys who like got a fucking,
political science
degree, and they know all about, the ins and outs and this and that. And, I'll say something like how I voted for conservatives, but then they'll be like, why the fuck did you do this? Do you remember when Harper did that? And it's like, listen, man, I don't fucking care. All I want is for our money to stay within the country and help fucking get rid of our deficits and help Canadians.
Yeah. That's
all I want. I'm not asking for much. I just want our country to fucking live long and prosper, and not to quote fucking or whatever the fuck that stupid Star Trek bullshit is, but it's a matter of we're borrowing money that we don't have.
Yeah.
And now we're in a, Trudeau's the highest spending office, I'm pretty sure, in history right now.
Currently, I believe so. Yeah. I don't know. So, I honestly don't know. Like, I quit reading into it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I just stopped. I try not to talk about politics online. I try not to make videos about it. I just don't care enough anymore, because I just don't. There's nothing I can fucking do as an individual. As a nation, we can do shit. As me, I could talk shit all day. It ain't gonna go nowhere. Oh, yeah.
And like we said before, like I don't know enough, and I don't care enough anymore. Yeah. Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
there's no point in putting yourself on a pedestal to look like a fucking idiot, because you don't really.
I already do that.
Yeah. Right.
Or I'd rather make it fun again, and like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of sitting here and just fucking barking about why we should vote this and all this, because you'd literally have to spend all week researching what you want to talk about, put it into context so like you can speak on a level where you don't sound so fucking dumb. Like, I understand like a couple of videos that I went out and ran at and like, oh, fuck, oil patch. I just thought it was funny. I thought that was funny at the end of the day.
And a lot of people did.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, man, yeah, that's awesome. Like, and
Sure, I'm yawning. Fucking the no sleep thing's catching up with me.
no shit. You're on quite the sleep schedule, not to get off topic, but like, I'll text you at a weird time, or I'll text you at a normal time, like 2:30. Hey, what are you doing tonight?
7, 8 hours later, it'll fucking...
oh, I just got up, bro. I'm like, fuck. What time did you go to bed? 6 a.m. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, no, I've been indulging and then not doing anything for a while.
As you should, you know.
You know, I was just enjoying it, but yeah, I put myself
a lot of video games right now.
Oh yeah, dude. Like it's nice just staying home, not doing.
Do you
fuck
like
all.
doing the Twitch streaming and shit? Like, have you been taking a good solid crack at that? Do you like that?
I mean, every time I play video games, I kick my stream on. But, you know, the traction's not there. My demographic isn't really gamers. My demographic's like, you know, the dumb fuck idiot like I am.
Car
Trucks,
guys,
cars,
yeah.
stupid shit,
Yeah.
dumb skits. So, I mean, I just do it for fun. You know, I don't...
Something that you enjoy.
Yeah, like... My strong suit's more so the automotive world and that kind of shit. So that's what I enjoy.
But you always been a gamer?
Yeah, my whole life, man. Fuck. First console I ever played on was the original NES, I think it was called.
Yeah.
The Nintendo.
Yep.
Nintendo something. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. And then we rented it. And it had Duck Hunt and the Mario Paint and all that fucking shit.
You remember the first Ninja Turtles game?
I don't think I ever played that one.
No, that was my favorite. I was a Turtles kid.
I got right into... Then we bought a Super Nintendo, which I still have to this day with like Super Mario World and all that shit. And I started playing with... this fucking fruit fly is going to get murdered here.
I know. I keep seeing him every now and then.
Yeah, I just had fun with that shit. And then, you know, I got a PlayStation 2, and then Xbox 360. I like video games. It's nice to just get the fuck away from the real world and just play.
Zone in on something else, yeah.
Yeah, with your buddies, just hang out. Like, you can bullshit online, you play video games, talk shit, toxic lobbies, like, you know, Modern Warfare 2 style.
Yeah.
And
I still, the one console I only play still to this day is N64.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one. I never had that one.
I
never
always
had that
play
at GameCube.
Bond. Bond is like my game. Yeah. I got an Xbox 360. That's the latest I have is a 360.
Conker's bad for a day.
Yeah, I don't have that right now. Do you see what they're worth online,
I was just
man?
about to say that, man. It's like a couple $100.
Yeah, I seen one in the package still on eBay for $550. And I went to a pawn shop and same thing. Like the game, it was a used game. Conker's Bad Fur Day was going for like 200 bones, man.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, a little sneaky. Yeah, like, or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I still play that.
Big, yeah.
Those two are like the two staples that I play. And if I flip on the Xbox, I'll have that Red Dead Redemption. I like playing that.
I never played that one.
It's like a cowboy fucking Grand Theft Auto.
Horses.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah. So I got into that for a bit, and of course NHL.
San Andreas.
Yeah, that was my shit.
Liberty City Stories was all right. Vice City was pretty good, but San Andreas that was a staple.
Yeah,
that really separated the fucking. You know, what do you call that? A RPG, I think. A role play something?
Yeah.
I think it's called an RPG because it's just a big open world. You just do a bunch of fucking goofy shit. I never really even did the missions, man. I just drove around cars, crashing them, jumping them, fucking...
Shooting places up, robbing people,
eating food, fucking going to Clock and Bell. Yeah. Go fill your gut with some dirty chicken from Clock and Bell and then hold the place up and fucking rob them.
Yeah.
Get 5 stars and try to see how long you can go.
Yeah. You know,
that shit was always fun.
Yeah,
teaching kids that the wrong things, but
fuck.
I remember when my grandmother bought me that game for Christmas.
Did she know what it was about?
Nope.
Oh man, that's like my mom. My first concert I ever went to was a Snoop Dogg concert, and I was like 13, 14.
She had no idea.
Not a clue. She knew, like, I was this little skater kid then. But I told her that, and she knew I listened to punk rock, and she was okay with the punk rock. The rap was kind of like, man, I don't really like it that you're listening to this, but, you know, do you? And I told her that Snoop Dogg and the Funkadelics was a punk band, and she, like, bought into it and let me and the one kid from my class go, and his grandparents drove us to the concert, and it was just like something I've never seen before, you know? There's brawls going on outside this hockey rink that the concert had in Lethbridge at the NMAX Center. There's just weed smoke everywhere, and it's like, holy fuck, I am way out of my element right now.
I remember I was playing it in the living room. I think the morning I got it, my grandmother came in behind me and saw me mowing people down on a sidewalk with a fucking band.
Yeah.
Or something stupid like that. She's like, what are you playing? I bought you that? I'm like, man, I was just kidding. It's a joke.
It was a joke. I'm kidding.
Yeah, you're sitting in a fucking alleyway and the car's bouncing.
Picking up hookers just to like rob them after.
I went to fucking all the way home in a video game.
Seen your first digital titty at that like
home run. Yeah, the square pixelated tit.
Yeah, and you're like, holy fuck, dude, this is off the chains. Maybe that's where my love for strippers just all of a sudden came.
Hey man, strippers are people too, right?
Yeah. At a young age, I just told what was the strip club name on there? It was like the Neon Lizard or some shit. I don't know. It was Vice City. I remember Vice City. You could go to the strip club in that one.
I just remember the fucking radio in the car, man. It was playing like the 80s shit, like the good 80s tunes.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing how some of those songs actually made it on that game. Like Rockstar actually got the rights to use it. Yeah. Obviously with like whatever, how that works, copyright crap. But I don't know. It was a good time. It was, it's childhood, man. That's what I remember, the good times, playing games with your buddies.
Yeah, me and the cousins, Mario Party.
Yeah, there was no online shit. It was all fucking, your buddies were playing in a room together. Yeah. You get 2 TVs set up, two PlayStations, and you just fucking hammer down. Yeah. Playing Driver, Stuntman.
Fucking Halo is a big one. All of our buddies would get together and we'd link Xboxes and TVs and have like an 8-man, 16-man game.
That's one I never did.
No?
I never had the original Xbox. I never really got in. I never got into the first-person shooter style games because for some reason I wasn't into it. No, I didn't like the guns and the shooting, and I just really like car games. So I had every fucking rally game, smash up derby game, every
like Gran Turismo and shit. Yeah,
well, not quite Gran Turismo. That one was fucking weird because the cars didn't handle like the way I liked them. Yeah. So I played a lot like Test Drive, Driver 2, Driver 3, Driver 4, Parallel Lines, like Stuntman. You literally were a stuntman for movies.
Oh, really?
Crazy shit, snowmobiles, cars, trucks, fucking everything. And then I got an Xbox 360, and I tried Call of Duty 4, and then it was game over. 12 fucking years of that game, man. 12 years. I probably spent, thousands of dollars on that franchise.
Oh, man. And they got a good thing going. And it's a fucking fun game, man.
It was, yeah.
If I'm sitting and chilling, and I'm at Buddy's house and Call of Duty's on, I never got into the Fortnite. Mind you, I didn't have a console able to play it.
I played it for a while, and the game is, the premise of the game, the mechanics is fun. The building part, that was just cool, but it got extremely competitive, and it was impossible to do.
There's a ton of money in that shit, eh?
That's the problem. The money made every kid grind. So I was working full time, Monday through Friday, sometimes the weekends, out of town work, and it was fuck, man, I can't keep up. Call of Duty, I wipe kids because I'm fucking good at it. I've got 12 years experience playing that type of game, but Fortnite was a whole new realm, and it was all these young kids on keyboards and mouses and really expensive computer setups and all this shit. So it was really hard to fucking get good at it. So it was it was fun. I don't really dabble with it much anymore.
Was it you telling me that sorry to cut you off?
No.
Some kid won $200,000 or some shit playing that fucking game, or in
it's crazy, man. The money.
$200,000
to a fucking 15, 14-year-old kid.
I can't believe that. That's the shit that I can't wrap my head around. If I was 15 years old just smoking weed with my buddies playing fucking video games, and to think that would ever be a career is beyond me.
If I had known there were such things as competitions and shit when I was a kid, I probably would have did pretty good. Yeah. I was a fucking monster on Call of Duty back in the day. So it would have been neat to see how that would have worked out. Now I don't really know. Like, I'm still pretty fucking good. Like, I have my moments where I'm just like destroying kids and making them fucking want to break their controllers. And, you know, I'm 28, so it's like, you know, these kids are calling me fucking all the words under the sun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, calling me out. And I'm just like, you still suck, though. You're garbage. You're trash. You're fucking, like, sorry.
What, do you live in your mom's basement?
It's like, no, I live in my basement.
I wish I did. Right now, you got it good, you little fuck. Keep that in mind.
Enjoy that.
Yeah. In 20 years, you're going to be fucking looking at the ceiling fan, wondering how you could wrap a belt around it.
Yeah, hang on it. 100%.
Oh, fuck.
Love it.
Yeah, dude. Well, thanks for coming in. We chewed up an hour and a half bullshitting here. Yeah, we
could keep going.
Oh, absolutely. We'll definitely do more podcasts together. I know fucking Sherwood would gladly like to sit down and shoot this shit with you.
Right, love that guy.
Yeah, he's a class act. Where through your Instagram, any like promo codes or anything like that?
Well, the promo codes that I got going on here, I got a date. It's going to be active. I'll tell you right now. Fuck is it here? So between November 13th to the 18th, if you use code DAMAGE, DAMAGE, when you are if you're going to purchase G Fuel, you'll get 30% off.
Nice.
I've got a long-standing active code with Pit Viper sunglasses. If Pit Viper sunglasses are something you guys are into, use code Jalberta, JALBERTA, and that'll give you 10% off any pair of glasses or whatever, how many you buy. And I think that is it for codes. My socials, Flat4, FL4T, FOUR for Instagram, same for Twitter, and then just Eric Jalbert on Facebook and YouTube.
You got merch coming soon.
And we got merch coming soon.
Fucking A.
Pretty excited to launch it, man. We've got some good ideas, and it's been a long time coming.
Absolutely.
Really long time coming.
Fuck yeah. Well, thanks for coming in and sitting with us.
Anytime, bro.
I'm happy that we're doing content together, and we
yeah, dude.
We put that we rebuilt that bridge, and now it's on to new and greener pastures, and I'm super stoked. We got some rad ideas to make some content and just help one another out, which should have been from the get-go.
Yeah. We got rid of the bullshit, and now we're fucking, that's game on.
Now we're smooth sailing, brother.
I'm looking forward to them seeing it.
Fuck yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and you can follow us at DangerCat69 and me at AlcoholHack69, and we'll catch you next week with another podcast.
See ya.
Fucking A.
Cool, man.
Yeah, that's right. Sweet. I'll be throwing that up on Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday.
Send me